tastes like butter, like margarine undercover. Don't need no other to spread it all on my toast.
Hey, welcome to my channel.
Hey, Uncle Kenny! Football! Hey, yeah!
If you're new here, my name is Cedric. I'm an actor, a filmmaker, a screenwriter, and a YouTube reactor, and we are continuing the Webtoons in the Bangtan universe. Ideally, we're going to finish them this week, if my schedule allows me to do so, which it should. I think it will. Before we jump in, I of course want to say thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Thank you to Anitra at Say What Reacts. And I'm not going to go on a whole spiel on the rest of it. I hope some of you caught the round table that I was able to do earlier this week with some actors. But if not, you can find that on my YouTube channel. It's a wonderful conversation. And yeah, let's jump in. Yo, I got back from going to a gym, like a real gym, not just like working out at home, for the first time since, I want to say since before the pandemic, but since well before the pandemic. And my legs are deceased. They are so sore. It has nothing to do with the Webtoon, but I needed to complain about it to someone. I know I keep joking about why doesn't he just tell the others, but I feel so bad for Jin, just putting in so much work and like this sense of helplessness. And maybe that's the point, is this sense of helplessness and not being able to do anything. But I really feel bad for him as he's sitting by Yoongi's bed there. Like, man, that's tough. Oh, hey, Jin. What are you doing? I was just coming to say hi to Jimin. What are all of you doing? We were also saying hi to Jimin. What about Jimin? What are you doing, Jimin? Why are you here? I was saying hi to myself. You know, Jin highlighted a real problem here and he didn't even know he did it. He said, this loop won't work. They're beyond my control. Maybe, Jin, it was never about you having control. Maybe that's the point, Jin. Maybe that's the point. I love that Jin said, what if something worse happens if we get Jimin out of the hospital? Because something worse is absolutely going to happen when they get him out of the hospital. Because he's going to do it and something bad is going to happen. Someone in the comments pointed this out though, and I think that they were absolutely correct. They said, because I kept saying, why doesn't Jin just tell them? Why doesn't Jin just tell them? They said, because, you know, they're kids. But I think when every character's decision is logical and makes sense, that's not compelling drama. People aren't always logical. They don't always make sense. When I got back from the gym, I ate like 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Should I have been eating jelly right after working out? Probably not. So, yeah, you're absolutely correct. Not all their decisions have to make sense, especially when they're young. So I'm not lamenting that. It's actually good writing. He's not going to let them leave? That's less fun. Hey, fix your posture. Okay, I know I just complained about him, but Jin is absolutely right. The defense is he could have a disease we don't know about, and that's why we shouldn't take him out. And the response of, well, do you know what he has? How do you know it's not safe? That's not how medicine works, guys. Yikes. Yeah, it's this fear of not having control that's really just paralyzing Jin's decision making. And I think if we look inside ourselves, that's what paralyzes a lot of our decision making. Of course, he's in a much higher stakes situation, but art often reflects back on reality. And I wonder if that's also the function of this, is just realizing that like we need to let go of the illusion of control sometimes, because we don't have it. We never did. He can't control when that truck swerves. He can't control if Yoongi decides not to light the fire and the apartment below him leaves a burner on. He can't control all these things, and he's trying so desperately to, which is noble. but the best intentions make excellent pavement for certain roads. So, you know. Do you guys like that I have shirts on the ground here? It's not that I'm like, I promise I don't normally do that. I just, if I have to tape multiple things in a day, sometimes I'll change shirts in between. And honestly, I just haven't, because I taped a couple things like yesterday. I just haven't picked those up yet. So please don't think poorly of me. Or at least for any other reason than you normally think poorly of me. Yeah, that's tough. I 100% see where V is coming from, V and the others. I understand that perspective, but at the same time, like, Jin's right. They don't know what's going on, and yeah, you haven't seen each other for 2 years, so what could have happened to Jimin in that meantime that caused him to be locked up there? Of course, you can feel terrible for him. You can have sympathy. You can have empathy, but, like, you want to be the hero, you want to do the storybook thing, but at the same time, like, this is that youth versus maturity battle. This is that youth says break him out, and maturity says hang on a minute, we got to take a look at this. But it's just a bad situation, and there's no winning in this situation, and I'm really, really nervous about how this is going to turn out, which is why I'm smiling, is to cover my pain. Again, I get it, but Jimin is probably the worst person to be making this decision because he's in there for a reason. It was about what I expected to be Jimin's backstory, so that's really sad, and he should definitely stay. The mom saying, like, I get the mom's perspective too, like, I can't help you anymore, but maybe there are, and by maybe I mean there are definitely better ways to handle that, but boy, that's tough. And of course, I guess I'd probably learn a lot more about the Arboretum in the notes, which I'll be reading soon. So, yeah, but yikes. It's a tough one. 2 questions. 1, why is his mom there all of a sudden? 2, why is she shaded like that villain thing? Why is she a villain? What did she do? Oh, she's the worst. I just got to the part where she said, who were those people and those troublemakers you used to hang out with in high school. Is she real or is he imagining her? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that she's really there. But then why would the others have let him go? I don't know. Oh, she sucks. She's awful. Blaming his mental illness on her, saying, oh, I can't handle it. It's all about me. I get that it's hard on the caregiver, but good gosh, she needs help. And you're not providing it, and you're blaming, oh, you're an embarrassment to me. Oh, stop it. That infuriates me, because I know people like that, and that is, I don't care for her. I don't care for her. She slapped Jimin. Everyone with a Jimin bias, we ride at midnight. Find her. Tell me what your problem is. Lady, it sounds like you're his problem. You have no idea what you put me and your dad through. It sounds like you're putting through my rage talk got all mumbled. It sounds like you're putting him through more than he put you through. I mean, being a parent is hard, especially when a child has mental health issues. I get that 100%. I'm not trying to downplay that. But she is handling it about as poorly as you can. No one had even visited him. That is so sad. My palms are sweaty. I'm nervous. I'm not handling this well. I wonder why Jin seems surprised that Jimin's there. I know that maybe it's because they're all yelling for some reason, but I wonder why. Because he should know that he's in the hospital. Maybe it's just in that particular part of the hospital. I don't know how I didn't see that coming, but I didn't. You know, the thing that hurts the most about that is he said he didn't know how Jimin's story ended, and so he took a risk. And I wonder if he feels like I mean, he's going to. Who am I kidding? He's going to blame himself because he said, yeah, let's escape, and then it didn't work out, and then Jimin probably felt abandoned, and I just feel bad for everybody involved. I'm a few days behind on these, so I'm actually just going to read the next one now because I don't want to wait. You're going to have to wait, though, because I have to edit it. Anyway, my soul is crushed. I hope you enjoyed. And drink lots of water and take care of yourselves. And fix your posture and stretch before you work out at the gym. Stretch more than I did. It's going to help. And, yeah, be well. Do well. Bye.